Welcome to Geeta's world. Today we'll walk through splendid Venice. We traveled to Venice from Rome by train and reached Santa Lucia railway station. After a walk of 3 minutes, reached the boat stop. It is like taking a bus through the Grand Canal. The boat stopping at various stations took us to the San Sacria stop at St.Marcs Square where our hotel was. We were transported to another world. In the dusk, the sparkling water with dancing gondolas, under the sky with half moon, skylined by the gleaming bell tower and the shining St. Mark's Basilica and Dodgers Palace in the well illuminated St. Mark's Square was just a breathtaking spectacle. Venice is built on more than 100 islands in a lagoon in the Adriatic Sea. It has no roads but canals, including the highway of the city, that is the Grand Canal, crisscrossed with over 400 bridges. The island city of Venice is called Queen of Adriatic. It remains a major port in the North Adriatic Sea and is about 1200 years old. As we were walking through some lanes to reach our hotel, we could hear some music from St. Mark's Square. Next day morning, we visited the St. Mark's Bell Tower. The present tower was reconstructed in 1912 as the previous one had collapsed in 1902. It is the tallest structure in Venice, 98.6 meter in height. There are five huge bells at the top, and ringing of these bells have different functions. The biggest bell, called Marangon, is the only bell to survive the collapse. In 1609, Galileo admired satellites of Jupiter for the first time with his telescope from this tower. A visit to Venice is complete only if you see the city from up the tower. Enjoy the scenes. Then we visited Doge's Palace. It is a palace built in Venetian Gothic style and it is one of the main landmarks in Venice. The construction started between 10th and 11th century and finished in 1340. Then it was again extended, restored and modified. Now, from 1923, it is a museum. The public entrance faces the waterfront side. Paper Gate or Porta della Carta is the ceremonial entrance gate between the palace and the Basilica of San Marco. It is in Gothic style and this has its name Paper Gate as the written request to the government were submitted here. It has a beautiful exterior with an open portico and a grand staircase flanked by the statues of Neptune and Mars. A golden staircase with gilded ceiling leads to the upper floors. There are a dozen rooms in the second floor. All the rooms have gilded ceiling, which has panels showing the glories of Venice. Walls are painted with portraits of popular rulers done by famous painters. The Chamber of Great Council, which measures 53 meters by 25 meters, is one of the largest chambers in Europe. It has the famous painting, The Triumph of Venice. The museum has a huge collection of articles. Then we saw the prison. The Bridge of Sighs connects the palace to the new prisons. Bridge of Sighs refers to the sighs of the prisoners who, passing from the courtroom to the cell, took a last look at freedom as they saw the lagoon through the small windows. St. Marc's Basilica, adjacent to Doge's Palace, was built in 829 BC and rebuilt in 1063 BC. With over 85,000 square feet of mosaic, 500 columns, the bronze horses originally from Constantinople, the Pala d'Oro, a Byzantine altar of gold studded with precious stones, looked gorgeous. The interior of the domes, the walls, and the upper walls are covered with gold and showing saints, prophets, and biblical scenes. Rialto Bridge is the oldest of the bridges crossing the Grand Canal in Venice. The present stone bridge was built in the closing years of 16th century. The gondolas plying the busy Grand Canal is one of the iconic images in the world, one among the most dreamed about experiences for travelers. A gondola ride was the last activity we did in Venice. The gondolier was a very friendly person and kept on talking.
No.
Normally is the highway of the city.
Listening to the talk and singing of the gondolier, it was a great experience to sit in the gently swaying gondola, gliding under the bridges, crisscrossing the canal, maneuvering through other gondolas and boats. There is a web of such narrow lanes on the land. While walking back to the hotel, we bought ice cream, for which Italy is famous. They say the ice cream in Italy is like nowhere else in the world. Thanks to Kiran and Neha for this delightful trip. We took the boat to the station to head back to Zurich. Thank you for watching. Bye.